Hello students. So students, in the previous class in this chapter, that is life process, we were talking about the process of respiration. So up to here we had completed, we have understood the one thing here, that is what is the aerobic and anaerobic respiration and how they differ from each other. As well as we have seen that how anaerobic respiration also takes place in the human being. And what are the byproducts which is formed in case of the aerobic respiration as well as in case of the anaerobic respiration. We have seen that how the aerobic respiration produces a lot amount of energy as compared to that of the anaerobic respiration. In case of the anaerobic respiration, we have seen that here the microorganism like that of a yeast used to do the process. And what is the result here? What is the byproduct of this anaerobic respiration? Is that due to this reaction, there is a formation of a ethyl alcohol, ethanol formation occur, as well as carbon dioxide and 2 molecules of ATP is released. And if we talk about the anaerobic respiration that take place in the human being, that take place in the animal tissues, so here because of the muscular tissue, we will find that the pyruvate get converted into that of the carbon dioxide, is converted into lactic acid and the 2 molecules of ATP is released. So here lactic acid is formed in the cell and it gets accumulated in the cell, and because of the accumulation of the lactic acid in the muscles of a person, that will causes cramps to a person. So this is how we can say that these both of the conditions are related to that of the anaerobic respiration. So this happens in the microorganism as well as in the human or in the animal tissue. Later on, we were talking about the respiration in plants. So we have started with the respiration in plants, and when we were talking about this, so we have seen here that how the respiration in a plant is different from that of the animals. So first of all, the first point that we have seen that in case of animals, process of respiration occurs as a single unit. But in case of a plants, the process of respiration happens individually. It means the roots used to perform the process of respiration, stems also perform the process of respiration, even the leaves also do the process of respiration. So here the parts of the plants, they are performing the respiration process individually. Second one, the process which occur, the respiration process which occur in case of a plant, it occurs at a slower rate as compared to the rate which occur, the rate of respiration that happen in case of the animal. So we can say the rate of respiration of the plants is slow, is less as compared to the rate of respiration in animals. Also here the process of the respiration, it occur in a short distance, while the respiration processes occur at a long distance in case of the animal. It means that there is a little transport of a respiratory gases occur in case of the plants, while the long distance have to travel by that of the respiratory gases in the animals. So this is how the respiration occurs in the plants differ from the respiration that occur in animals. Now let us start with the plants, and we will start with the first one, and that is respiration in roots. How the process of respiration occurs in roots. So in case of a roots, what happened here? Here in case of a roots, these roots, you have seen that whenever we talk about the respiration, we said that individually all the part of the plant used to perform the process of respiration. It means the roots also show the process of respiration. Now the question arises, how do they do so? how do they get the oxygen? So we know that the soil, plants used to grow in such a soil which is porous. It means which consisting of a air in it. So the soil must have a gap between them, and if they have a gap, so there will be a space for the oxygen to be present there. And ultimately this oxygen will be used by the roots, and the process of the respiration can take place in the roots. Many times we have seen that when there is a lot of water is present in the field, that will cause a waterlogging occur, due to which the plant die, and the reason is that since there is no space for the air, water has taken the space of the air, so no process of respiration can take place. It means there is no oxygen is present for the roots. And if there is no oxygen is there, so anaerobic respiration starts taking place, and due to which lactic acid formation happens. And as lactic acid formation occurs, so accumulation of the lactic acid will lead to the death of the plant. So this is how the process of respiration happens in case of roots. So first of all, let me write it. The roots of the plants take the oxygen required for respiration from the air present in the soil. From the air present in between the soil particles. In between the soil particles. Okay. How? By the process of diffusion. What happened here actually by the process of diffusion? What happened here actually? Here, when the process of the diffusion occurs, it means the root. If a root is there in the soil, so in this, so if suppose these are the roots which is present in the soil, so inside the roots very less amount of oxygen is there, and outside the roots a lot of oxygen molecules are present. So we know that the process of diffusion is what? In which the particle movement occur from the higher concentration to the lower concentration. And since the amount of oxygen is more in the soil as compared to the roots of the plant, so the oxygen starts moving from the soil to the roots of the plant. So that is why we are saying here that the air which is present in between the soil, it will start entering into the roots of the plant through the process that is called as diffusion here. Okay. Now, how do they get the sufficient amount of oxygen? So, with the help of the root hair. We know that the root hair, they get spread all over. So, the extension of the root hair will help them to take the oxygen inside for process of respiration. So, we can say that the root hair are in contact with the root hair are in contact with the air in the soil. with the air in the soil. Okay. Now the oxygen from the soil will enter into the root hair. From the root hair, it will enter into the cells, and finally the process of the respiration can takes place here. Okay. Now what is the result of the process of respiration? So result is the formation of a carbon dioxide. So this carbon dioxide will also comes out from the root hair by the same process, that is the process of a diffusion. So here the oxygen was when it was rich around that of the soil, so it has taken the oxygen from the soil itself. Now the carbon dioxide which is present in the root hair are more, so these will start moving from the root hair to the soil. So this exchange of the gases occur in that of the root hair because of the diffusion process. Carbon dioxide, more concentration of the carbon dioxide is higher in the root hair, and the concentration of the oxygen is present in the soil is more. So the oxygen starts moving from the higher concentration of the soil to the root hair, inside the root hair, and the carbon dioxide from that of the root hair where its concentration is high, it starts moving from there to the soil. So this is how the exchange of the gases takes place. Now here I already have told you about that if suppose the water logging is there, it means more amount of water we have supplied, then what happened? The pores, the air, the space which is present in the soil where the oxygen is present, where the air is present, that will be occupied by that of the water. Okay, and ultimately this oxygen will get released because the water has taken the place. So there is no space for the oxygen, and thus no respiration can take place, and ultimately anaerobic respiration, because no oxygen is there, so respiration will happen, but in the absence of oxygen, and due to which there is a formation of a lactic acid occur. Accumulation of the lactic acid will lead to death of the plants. So this is how the respiration occur in case of the roots of the plant. Moving on, and we will see that how the respiration process occur in case of the stems. Respiration in stems. Now whenever we are talking about the respiration in the stems, we will consider both of the term. That is that small herbaceous plant which consisting of a green stem, and that green stem is itself consisting of the stomata in it. Also, we will consider that plants which is having a hard woody stem, woody covering around it. That will also show the process of a respiration. So let us try to understand both of them one by one. Okay. So if we start with the respiration of the herbaceous plant. So the stems of the herbaceous plant, the stems of herbaceous plants or herbs have stomata. Okay. So exchange of respiratory gases takes place through the stomata present on the green stem. Okay, so exchange of the respiratory gases takes place through stomata which is present in the green stem. Okay. Now here what happened? The oxygen diffuses out through the herbaceous plant, and the oxygen which is present outside is more, so it will enter into that of the stem of the plant. Here again the stem cells used to perform the process of photosynthesis, perform the process of respiration, and carbon dioxide which is more now, it will again go back outside, it will release outside through the same pore of the stomata present on the stem. So we can write it here that diffusion of the gases that is diffusion takes place through stomata. Through stomata. Diffusion of the gases takes place through stomata. Here stomata, here the pores present on the stomata is responsible for the exchange of gases as oxygen diffuses in and carbon dioxide diffuses outside. So since the concentration of oxygen is more outside, so it will diffuses inside, and the concentration of the carbon dioxide is more inside, so it will enter into that of the stems of the plant through the enters into the carbon dioxide will exit, or it will come outside through that of the stomata into the atmosphere. Okay, so this is how the process of the respiration take place with the stem which is herbaceous, which is a very new plant, or which is a herb whose stem is what? Green in color. Now let us see that what about the hard and the woody stem of a plant. Hard and the woody stem of the plant. So, the hard and the woody stem, hard and the woody stem of big plants or trees, of big plants or trees also occurs with the help of lenticels. With the help of lenticels. With the help of the lenticels. Okay. So here lenticels are what? These are the places where it is the lenticel. Lenticels is a small area. It is a small area of bark in a woody stem. Of bark in a woody stem. In a woody stem where the cells are loosely packed. Where the cells are loosely packed. And why they are loosely packed? For the gaseous exchange can take place. Gaseous exchange can take place. So what happened in case of a woody stem? Hard and a woody stem. So this hard and a woody covering of the stem, that will also consisting of a small area. It means there also a small area is present which is around that of the bark of the woody stem where the cells are loosely packed, and that particular area we called it lenticels. So it is that place from where the process of the exchange of gases can take place in the plants or in the trees, in the big plants or that of the trees. So this is how the process of the respiration occur in case of the stem. First one, if the plant is herbaceous, if the plant is green in color, so obviously it consisting of a stomata in it. Now this stomata will help in the exchange of the gases, and if the stem of the plant is woody, it is a hard outer covering is there of bark. So there also lenticels are present, which is that particular area where the cells are very loosely packed, and due to which the gaseous exchange can take place through this particular area, students. Okay, so this is how the lenticel and the stomata help in the diffusion of the gases in the stem. Now, last one, that is how the respiration process occurs in case of the leaves of the plants. So, we will call it, that is respiration in leaves. Obviously, the first point is leaves consisting of small pores on its leaves consisting of a small pores called stomata. Stomata helps in the exchange of gases, that is oxygen diffuses in through the stomata, diffuses in, and carbon dioxide diffuses out through the stomata. So it is the process of the respiration, it is the stomata which only help in the diffusion of the diffusion of the gases to occur. So oxygen, it diffuses inside to that of the leaves, and while the carbon dioxide, it comes outside through the process of the diffusion through the stomata here. Okay, so basically when the oxygen reaches or it enters into the leaves, there the process of the respiration takes place, and finally the formation of a carbon dioxide occur, and this carbon dioxide is goes out, diffuses out through that of the leaves. Now here we are talking about the process of a respiration in the leaves. Now we are also knowing that the plants or the leaves used to perform the process of a photosynthesis, and there this process of respiration just opposite of that process of photosynthesis occurs. It means in this process oxygen is coming inside and carbon dioxide is going outside, but in that process through the same process, through the same stomata, the carbon dioxide enter into the leaves and oxygen released from that of the stomata. So what happened during the daytime or what happened during the night time? So the thing that we have to understand here, that is photosynthesis. Process of photosynthesis occurs mainly at daytime. While the process of respiration occurs in both, that is at daytime as well as at night time. Occurs at both daytime as well as night time. Okay, it occurs at both the condition, at the daytime as well as night time. Now the question arises that how this process of the respiration get affected, and what about the rate of the respiration happens at the daytime, and what about the rate of the photosynthesis happen in case of the rate of photosynthesis happens in case of the day or the night time. So we are saying that photosynthesis is occur at the daytime, respiration occur at both time. So only the difference is, that is the rate of the respiration at the daytime is lower as compared to the rate of photosynthesis, and at night time there is no photosynthesis occur, so we can say that the rate of respiration is higher there. Okay, so we can say here that rate of photosynthesis is higher at daytime. As compared to the rate of respiration. Rate of photosynthesis is higher at daytime than rate of respiration. It means during daytime what happened? O2 diffuses out and CO2 diffuses in. O2 diffuses out while CO2 diffuses in. What happened during the night time? So, during the night time, the rate of photosynthesis is lower than rate of respiration. So, O2 diffuses in while CO2 diffuses out. So, this is how the process of the respiration takes place in case of the leaves. So, we had studied that how the respiration occurred in all the different parts of the plants. Okay.